Cruz 3 is designed to get rid of the Biden executive order on artificial intelligence. As I discussed in my opening remarks, there really is a choice of how to regulate. And in fact, I'm going to do something I don't often do, which is sing the praises of a Democrat president. Bill Clinton, during the Clinton administration, put in place an executive order that memorialized a very light touch on innovation with the growth of the internet. And it worked incredibly well. At the time, the United States economy and the EU's economy were almost exactly the same size. Because of the light touch on regulation, we saw incredible innovation in the United States, and in just 3 decades, we are now 50% larger, our economy, than the EU's. Unfortunately, Joe Biden and Kamala Harris learned no lessons from that success. Instead, they looked at how the Europeans approached the internet and said, that was a dismal failure. Let's do the exact same thing here in the United States, and let's hurt American jobs and innovation, just like the nanny state regulators in the EU have done in Europe. This executive order, if there is a new president, will be rescinded, I believe, on the first day of a Trump presidency. I would note that the Republican Party platform that was just adopted in Milwaukee explicitly calls for rescinding the Biden executive order designed to shackle the development of AI. And so I would urge the adoption of the amendment that rescinds that executive order.
For my colleagues' information, other than this amendment, the executive order is not in any of the legislation before us today. So I understand the interest in somehow trying to debate the president on this issue, but the opportunity before us today is the collaboration by this body to continue on what we did in 2020 to push forward the administration to even think about AI, that then became the NIAC and the discussion that we've had today on how to move forward as a government. I hope the administration is asking every agency to continue to work quickly and collaboratively to understand the risks and the threats to AI. I do think my colleague mentioned he wasn't sure that we were actually seeing these threats today, but we are seeing threats from AI today. We have people who are using your own personal information against you to raise prices, whether it's in the automobile sector looking at your insurance rates, or Uber, who basically decided if your battery was low, they were going to charge you a higher rate, or numerous other policies. So yes, I want the administration to move quickly and aggressively. So I would say that an administration that is pushing people to think about that critical infrastructure, work collaboratively across Homeland Security and many agencies. And I would say from my own personal interests, I want a faster response on weather. AI, every particle in a storm is an algorithm. Every opportunity to now advance in fire season, in hurricane season, tornado season, more information, and getting the government to work quickly together to get us accurate forecast information so we can respond is critical. So I'd ask my colleagues to turn down this amendment. Yes, clerk will call the roll.
Ms. Klobuchar? No.